With energy, the world has discovered that the Mondack region exists, and that includes casting directors. We had a chance to speak with Robin Cass, who is the casting director for CBS's Big Brother program, and they are hoping that people from our region will apply for their next season. Tell me, Robin, we don't generally talk about television shows on our news programs, but television, of course, comes into everyone's homes every day. Tell me about the concept of Big Brother.
Okay, yeah, this is actually season 15 of Big Brother, so we have been doing this show for a really long time, and I've been the casting director of it since the very beginning, so I have been here for the long haul. The interesting thing about Big Brother is it's the only reality show that is live on the internet 24/7. So basically what we do is we take a group of strangers, usually between 14 and 16 people, depending on the season. We lock them in a big house together, and they are completely cut off from the outside world. So there is no news, no radio, no TV, no phone, no computer, no music, no entertainment, no books, no magazines. The only thing they have to do is basically entertain themselves with the same people day in and day out. There are challenges every day. There are definitely things to do, but a lot of boredom. And every week, the house guests vote out one house guest until there are 2 house guests remaining at the end of the 3 months. And the house guests who have already been voted out previously, they come back and they vote on the winner. And the winner will win $500,000, and the runner-up will win $50,000. So that's the basic concept. It airs 3 nights a week on CBS, and it also airs live 24/7 on the internet, so people can basically eavesdrop on these people's living environments and what they're doing and eating and how they're sleeping and who they're talking to and what sort of strategies are happening, and they can watch it all live go down all summer long.
When someone talks about the idea of a Big Brother house and casting calls, people think of professional actors. What kind of background do you look for in the people that apply for Big Brother?
Yeah, I definitely do not go to any actors or actresses. I don't use any agencies. I don't do casting calls at specific places for actors and actresses. That being said, I'm sure your listeners will say, of course, you've had actors and models on the show, and if their job is an actor or their job is a model / bartender, as long as they come in the house playing themselves, I don't really care what their job is. I don't want any actors or actresses to come on Big Brother thinking that they're being hired to play a part or a role or be someone they're not. But we have a lot of performing people who are fans of the show, and I believe that they should have a fair chance of getting on the show as long as they go through the same process that everybody else does. They fill out an application, they go through interviews with casting producers, they meet myself, they go through all the testings. So if their job is to be an actor, that's fine as long as they're not performing or being an actor on Big Brother.
You're looking for people in small towns. Now, I'm based out of Glendive, Montana, but we have lots of small towns in the area. Sidney, Montana, Miles City, Montana, Dickinson, North Dakota. Tell me about the advantages and why you're looking for people out of small towns.
You know, I mean, we cast so many of these shows in big cities, and we'll always look in Los Angeles. We'll always go to New York. We'll always go to Chicago, where there's a large population of people who are going to audition for the show, and that's fantastic. These little cities are these areas where it's hard to explain, but people are a little bit more authentic. People in Los Angeles, every single person in Los Angeles has probably been approached to be on some sort of reality show. And probably most of them have already been on some type of reality show. And it's good to go to these smaller areas, smaller markets where, A, maybe they don't have the opportunity to walk into a casting every other day like in Los Angeles and New York. And you also sort of get a little bit of the feel of the city. You can tell when people live outside of a big city. And I think part of the beauty of reality TV is trying as hard as possible to represent the entire country. Does it always happen? No. But if we can make it happen, if we can get people in these smaller areas who wouldn't normally audition for these reality shows, it just shows a different part of the country that maybe reality TV isn't used to seeing, which I think is fun. It's fun to watch a group of big city people and small city people and see their differences and see how they're similar and if their political views are the same or different. And I think that those types of things in Big Brother make the show work.
We'll hear more from Robin Cass and how you can apply to be a member of the Big Brother household when we come back after. Montana East Regional News with Emily Boyles is produced by Marks Group Broadcasting. You can listen weekdays in Glendive, Forsyth, Miles City, and Sydney, Williston, and Dickinson, North Dakota. Find Montana East Regional News on television on KXGN CBS and KXGN NBC. You can also keep up with breaking news and great regional events. Find Emily Boyles on Twitter and Facebook.
Remember how good it felt being in shape? Joe does. Joe was cleaning out the attic and discovered his old military uniform. He thought about the old days, how it felt running hills, always ready to serve his country. Joe wants to feel that good again. He's not alone. Joe's wife, Sally, also wants to lose weight. Introducing Move, a weight self-management program for veterans. Your VA healthcare team is ready to help you and your family get back to a healthy weight. Your weight is a balance of what you consume versus what you burn. If you're gaining weight, you're eating more calories than your body is using. There's more than one way to participate in Move, including individual care, group classes, or home-based programs. You participate where you want, when you want, and how you want. Joe and Sally made changes. Simple and gradual lifestyle changes. They ate more veggies and fruits, used the stairs, walked during lunch, and just plain moved. Eat wisely, move more, weigh less. And that's what Move is all about. Join Move to maintain a healthier weight for life, prevent and control many diseases and conditions, feel better, and have more energy. It takes time and effort to make these changes, so making a commitment to Move for at least 6 months is critical to success. You can do it. Read other veteran success stories at www.move.va.gov. Talk with your healthcare team and move towards your healthy weight goals today. VA Healthcare is defining excellence in the 21st century.
If you're just joining us, we are with Robin Cass, who is the casting director for CBS's show Big Brother, now in its 15th season. Cass is hoping that you will be interested in applying to be a member of the Big Brother household.
The show is about putting together a group of people who wouldn't normally hang out with each other outside of the confines of this Big Brother house. Is trying to find different walks of life, putting them together to see what types of friendships happen and what types of alliances happen and who ultimately ends up winning the show, just getting through all the different types of personalities.
Let's talk about winning the show. What's at stake?
So it's $500,000 for the winner. It has been since the very beginning, and the runner-up will win $50,000. And along the way in Big Brother, there's always fun prizes, and it changes all the time, but there could be, I know a couple of seasons they've had a car, they might have trips, they might have flat-screen TVs or cash prizes, and sometimes they use them to lure people in one direction or another. And it's tricky because part of being inside an actual game is not only being greedy at the moment, and I know this $10,000 prize will help my life, but you have to think of the big picture. I really want this $10,000, but if I take this $10,000, the other players will know I have this $10,000, and perhaps they won't vote for me to win the grand prize at the end. So you always have to sort of think one step ahead, and we always tell the players before they go in, never forget that you're playing a game. Everything you do and say, all of your actions should try to get you a little further in the game, whether it's lying to somebody, whether it's making friendships with somebody, whether it's talking behind someone's back, or being really nice to certain types of people. You're always thinking ahead of what can benefit me at the end of the game.
And to get into the game, what does somebody have to do to apply? One of the things I know they have to do is a video. Any suggestions about their videos?
That's probably the number one question asked of me is what are your suggestions of making a video? What are you looking for? I mean, I have seen obviously hundreds and thousands of videos, and there's not one specific thing I'm looking for. I always tell people it's best to not rehearse your video. I can tell when you have something written in front of you. It just doesn't sound very natural. I like to see bloopers. I like to see people crack under pressure. I like to see people mess up, because those are the moments where I can see really what you're going to be like. So I say to people, if you're going to make a video, sit down on your couch or stand somewhere in your home, press record, and just go for it and see what happens. And if you mess up a little bit, that's fine, because it shows me what type of person you are. I like to see big personalities. I like to know that you can talk. I like to know that you have life experiences. A-type personalities are always great. I like people with lots of opinions. I like people with strong opinions. And I like people who like to voice their opinions, which are very important in this show.
Once you've done a video, they're 3-minute videos, is that correct?
Yeah, up to 3 minutes. And if it goes over a few seconds, it's fine. And if it's 2 minutes, it's fine. We just want to make sure you get the video in. That's the most important part.
And the rest of the application is pretty straightforward. Where do they go to find the application and upload their video?
So they should go to bigbrothercasting.tv. And also, for those people who don't have this written down, you can also go to cbs.com, click on Big Brother, and it will take you to this same page. And there's 2 ways that you can apply to be on the show. You can go to an open call, and those are listed on the bigbrothercasting.tv page. And if there aren't open calls anywhere near you, or you don't have time to make it to an open call, it's just as easy to apply online, and you only have to do one or the other. It won't take you long. There's a quick application you can fill out online. You can upload your video online, and everything comes into myself and my staff, and we sit for about 6 weeks and watch thousands of videos.
And it looks like the closest audition to our region is in Fargo, North Dakota. That's Saturday, March 23rd at Fargo Billiards and Gastro Pub. You can find that information also on your website as well.
And just remember, I know there are clearly thousands of cities around the country, and I always have people writing me and tweeting me, why don't you come here? Why don't you come here? Just remember, it's just as easy to apply online if you're not able to get to one of our open calls.
Very good. Well, Robin, thanks for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing somebody or somebodies from Eastern Montana, Western North Dakota on a Big Brother episode soon. And to get there, you can go again to bigbrothercasting.tv. And if you have a hot news story or a news tip you'd like to share with us, you can email us at newsdesk@kxgn.com. For Montana East Regional News, this is Emily Boyles.